Hey guys, it's Mills.
And Cammie.
And today we're going to be talking about the Vernonia School District versus Acton case of 1995. Let's get into it.
Bow chicka wow chow wow wow.
Today we're going to be eating Asian cuisine food while talking about this extremely important case.
We have a snow crab roll and we have some lemongrass and chili noodles. And we have this coconut milk drink with jelly cubes in it.
So on that note, we'll start off with the case. So, on June 26th of 1995, the Actons were brought to the Supreme Court because they filed a lawsuit against the Vernonia School District when there was an altercation between a drug testing for their son James, who was on a school scholar team.
Okay. So the main question in this case was, does the drug testing requirement violate James's rights under the state and federal constitutions to be free from unreasonable searches?
So I think that the school should still be able to, when it comes to searches, when it's talking about drug searches, drug testing, I think if they have probable cause, they should be able to. But I don't think random searches should be allowed.
Yeah, just any day.
Or they should have a set date.
Well, but then they know to not touch drugs on that day.
But either way, I feel like there should be some kind of notice, or you should be suspicious. Whatever they feel suspicious is.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be more reasonable than just, oh, we're gonna drug test you because you're on an athletic team.
Okay.
Okay. So this all started because James Acton is on an athletic team. And so the team, I guess the head of the team or whatever, had informed them that they were going to be drug tested soon, and he had to get his parents to sign off on it. Well, his parents did not believe that he should be drug tested, and therefore filed a lawsuit against the school district.
So, I think he shouldn't have been suspended, especially from the all of school, just for not wanting to take a drug test. Or just because his parents wouldn't sign the paper.
Yeah.
Been put off the athletic team, but just being kicked out of the whole school just for that, it's kind of weird. Anyway. Okay. So the appellant argued that the Fourth Amendment prohibited public schools from drug testing as it is considered an unreasonable search because they don't have probable cause. Basically.
Which is true.
Yeah.
It was it's not like he looked high. It's not like he was even on drugs, because I don't think he was. But his parents they were just really against it.
And there could be multiple reasons. It could be religious or just personal preferences or anything.
So, an official investigation led to the discovery that high school athletics in the Vernonia School District participated in illicit drug use. School officials were concerned that drug use increased the risk of sports-related injury, which it could if you're on drugs while you're in a game or whatever. That really increases the risk of you getting hurt. Consequently, the Vernonia School District of Oregon adopted the student-athlete drug policy, which authorizes random urinalysis drug testing of its student athletes. James Acton, a student, was denied to participating in his school's football program and suspended when he and his parents refused to consent to the testing. So that's how this whole thing started.
Again, he really shouldn't have been suspended from school.
Yeah, I get maybe being off the team.
Because they can't just randomly drug test you for being in school.
Yeah.
Okay. So, a quick fun fact is that what I'm saying? No? Oh, sorry. Okay. So, drugs had not been a major problem in Vernonia schools. In the mid to late 1980s, however, teachers and administrators observed a sharp increase in drug use. Students began to speak out about their attraction to the drug culture and to boast that there was nothing the school could do about it. Along with more drugs came more disciplinary problems. Between 1988 and 1989, the number of disciplinary referrals in Vernonia schools rose to more than twice the number reported in the early 1980s.
That's crazy. That's a lot.
It is. And then, so several students were suspended, and students became increasingly rude during classes. Outbursts of profane language became common because they were using more drugs.
Which, I mean, I get. Well, like, now that I'm reading all this, which I obviously read it before, but now that I'm, like, really reading it and, like, hearing someone else read it to me, I do really kind of understand that, like, the whole random drug testing. Because if you're having, like, more and more people, like, just act out and, like, stuff because of drugs, then obviously something needs to happen.
Yeah, to try to stop it. Because if they know that they can be drug tested at any given time, they'll be less inclined to want to do.
Because they don't want to, like, get suspended or, like, go to jail.
Caught, yeah.
Yeah. Also, they don't want to, like, just get in trouble in general unless they're just, like, you know, they don't care.
They don't care.
But here's a quote from the court, which says, "Balancing the intrusion on the individual's Fourth Amendment interests against the promotion of legitimate government interests." Which just means that they think they shouldn't get, like, it shouldn't be illegal to random drug tests. Like, that's just what the court thought at that moment in time. So, obviously this took place in Oregon, which, as she said...
Oh, yeah. A fun fact about Oregon is that a couple cities now allow, like, all drugs. Like, even ones that are, like, super illegal in other states are, like, legal there.
And so I think that's also a big problem, but that's a good today problem. Obviously, this isn't still a today problem, although it still affects us today.
Yeah.
Because, like, our school still does drug testing and stuff.
For
so,
all
like,
the athletes.
Yeah, so, I mean, it still affects us today, but that's, like, a now problem.
Yeah. Lots of drug use there.
So, the final judgment of the court, or not the court, the jury, was 6-3. And this was basically saying that an Oregon school board's random drug testing policy for student athletes was reasonable under the Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Because even though, like, yeah, it might, like, get you in trouble, or maybe you think it violates your rights, basically what they're saying is it doesn't. Because, I mean, it's valid for Oregon.
Because drug use is increasing, and they don't want the students to be doing drugs.
So, yeah. That's pretty valid, actually. And so this does still affect us today, as we said, because...
Our school still does the drug testing for student athletes.
So, I mean, like, it would affect us more if they said that they couldn't drug test. Obviously, that would make a bigger change in society.
I feel like a lot more people would be doing drugs.
Yeah. Like, that would make a big change in the society that we live in today. But... it still did, like, affect us, because imagine that the Actons had won, like, the Acton family had won the case, then we wouldn't have drug tests, and the whole world would probably be crazy.
Yeah, because originally I was siding with the Actons, because, like, yeah, I was thinking it did violate the rights.
Yeah.
But now that I'm, like, hearing more about the case, and, like, getting deeper into it, I'm kind of thinking that maybe the school had a valid point for drug testing the kids.
I think they did. I think, like... even without, like, unreasonable whatever, it's to keep them safe.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying
they shouldn't be worried about it if they're not doing drugs anymore.
Yeah, like, they're trying to keep them from, like, getting hurt during games or just getting hurt in general. Yeah. Which, like, I get your family might be against it with, like, maybe religious reasons or they're against it. Mm-hmm. But if it's going to keep your kids safer, I think it's better than doing nothing to help, you know?
Yeah, because wouldn't a parent want to know if their kid was doing drugs, though?
I would. If I was a parent, I'd want to know if my kid was doing drugs.
Yeah.
So I don't see why that was a problem. But maybe it's just part of their family. Like, they don't like to do that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Maybe they knew that the kid was doing drugs, but they were like, chill.
Conspiracy.
And they didn't want them to get caught. They didn't want the kid to get caught.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, I think that's it for today.
Yeah. That's all.
So that's all about the Vernonia School District versus the Actons case of 1995. I hope this helped. This is also for Mr. Dunlap's class, so school project. Anyways, bye!
Bye! Womp womp womp. People. So yeah. Like, the team he could have